Hello, Internet. It is I, Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. Today we're going to be talking about Renaissance, a film by Beyonce. So, as usual, we're going to be going over the pros and cons, so let's get to it. Pros Beyonce, obviously. So, if you couldn't tell already, this whole thing is about Beyonce and specifically her Renaissance World Tour that she's done recently. Now, Beyonce, she's a household name. Like, if you don't know who she is, like, are you even a human? Like, come on. She's been around forever, it seems. And she has legions upon legions upon legions of fans, diehard fans, just like one Taylor Swift. And she has like a presence not just like in music, but also in movies. She's been in quite a few movies. I'm about to show you. Let's see. Her debut was in Austin Powers 3, Austin Powers and Gold member. She was also in, Fighting Temptations, the Pink Panther reboot with Steve Martin, Dreamgirls, Obsessed, Epic. Well, that was a voiceover role. And the Lion King remake, which was also a voiceover role. And with a movie like Obsessed, I'm pretty sure most people watched that movie because Beyonce was in it. I'm convinced of that. And, Dreamgirls, great movie, by the way. Obviously, like, she was a part of an ensemble cast with, like, Jamie Foxx and Eddie Murphy and big old cast with that. But, yeah, Beyonce, she's a huge name, obviously. She's going to be a draw. Anyone who's watching this is going to be a Beyonce fan, okay? So, yeah. So, Beyonce, she herself is a brand. So, brand name recognition, pro, obviously. So that's pro number one. Pro number two, this is a concert movie. There's not too many of those out there. And when they do well, they can do quite well. As we've seen very recently, literally like 2 months ago with Taylor Swift. But besides Taylor, it was like the Justin Bieber movie that did well, the Hannah Montana Miley Cyrus concert experience, whatever you want to call it, that did very well for itself. The One Direction, that did well. Katy Perry, pardon me, that did fine. But and the whole reason why this is even releasing in the first place is because of the Taylor Swift Eras Tour concert movie, which came out back in October. Now this was a game changer, like for real. When this was announced, everyone was kind of shocked. Everyone was caught off guard. Movie theaters and studios, they were all caught off guard. And as you know, with this movie here, concert, I don't know what to classify this as, but as you know, the pre-sale numbers for Taylor Swift, they sold like crazy, like 37 million like one day, and like 65 million like pre-sales before like the movie opened. It was madness. And sure, it didn't hit the heights some people expected it to, judging by the pre-sale numbers, but it still did extremely well for itself. I mean, it opened with 90 something million in October. When has that ever happened, right? And it made like 178 million domestically, which is, I believe, one of the best results for the whole year. So, yeah. And not to mention, this movie gave the box office, some much needed cash because, as you know, the strikes caused some movies to get booted out of 2023. So it left a lot of gaps in the market, and Taylor Swift was able to fill in one of those gaps. And it did, and she did quite a good job at that. And so after the Taylor Swift Eras tour, after well, not even before. I think it was before it released. Was it before it released? I'm about to find out. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, before it even came out, the hype was so intense that it was announced that Beyonce would do the same thing with her Renaissance tour. Did the same thing with AMC, same distribution, same everything. So yeah, the reason why the Renaissance is even coming out is because of the Eras tour. Is directly connected. So yeah. So the fact that this is a concert movie and the fact that it's coming out like so soon after the Eras tour concert movie, yeah, I say that's a good thing. So this being a concert movie, being like a big event for Beyonce fans, yeah, that's a pro easily. So that's pro number two. Pro number three, there's no real competition out there. Definitely no direct competition. I mean, all the November movies, with exception of a few, just flopped hard. Um, and we're not going to make much of a dent in Renaissance's box office. And all the movies coming out this weekend, same thing. It's not like any of them are directly competing against this. The next weekend is a dead weekend, and then starting like mid December, we're gonna have movies coming out like Wonka, and then soon after there's Aquaman and Migration, and Iron Claw, and Anyone But You, and then the Christmas movies. Well, that's like way that's down the line. Right now, this movie has nothing to really worry about competition wise, so that's a pro. Lack of extreme competition. Another pro is the reaction to this, which is quite good from what I see here. It's critic score is 100%. Grant, there's only 17 reviews, so that's not exactly a whole lot to go off of. But the audience score is 99%, and the cinema score is an A plus. Yeah, an A plus. I believe the last movie to get that is What Do You Know, the Eras Tour concert movie. So it's clear this movie is a massive hit for Beyonce fans. That much is clear. So yeah, overall reaction is very, very positive. So that's an automatic pro. Another pro is the Thursday preview numbers for this 5 million, which I know some people look at that and be like, whoa, that's way better than the Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie. Then that means this movie's gonna make more money than that? No. Absolutely not. I'll explain why. See, Taylor Swift Eras Tour, 2.8 million, right? Here's the thing. Those preview numbers, well, Thursday previews weren't announced until like literally the last minute, like the 11th hour. Okay? For the longest time, people assumed it was just going to open on Friday, but the very last minute, they decided to hold Thursday previews to, I guess, maximize revenue, which it didn't really do. So, yeah, that didn't work out. But yeah, these previews were last minute. They weren't traditional Thursday previews. Beyonce's were traditional. They were, it was always meant to have Thursday previews. So, yeah, there is definitely no direct comparison to the Eras Tour when it comes to previews. But by itself, this is really, really good, especially for the time of the year. It's great. I mean, trying to think. Ugh, darn it! My train of thought went sideways. I'm trying to think of like, some movies that this did notably better than in terms of Thursday previews. I'm trying to think. I'm thinking long and hard. Um, most of them did better than this, I think. But I mean, this number is close to like movies like, say, The Marvels, which obviously isn't. Well, for the Marvels was disastrous, but for Renaissance, it's golden. I believe that was like 6 something million, and oh wait, I just realized something with Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I guess I could compare it to that in terms of previews. Hunger Games. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. What was this Thursday previews? I forgot. I think there were like 5 million ish. Yes, 5.7 million. So that 5 million Beyonce has is close to this, and this opened in like more theaters and everything. Had a much bigger marketing push. So yeah, this 5 million preview numbers are really good. So that's a pro. So strong preview numbers. And trying to think of some other pros. I think I've mentioned all of them. Okay, cons. Ooh, this weekend is not historically post Thanksgiving is not a good time to release a movie like at all because after Thanksgiving, like movie going pretty much dies. Like it falls off. Like people are just busy doing other things. They don't got time. And usually like the first week or two of December is just a dead zone for movies. It's not until like mid December where things pick up again and Christmas where everything explodes. So yeah, early December is historically a really bad time to release a movie. But Beyonce, might change that a little bit. Might give that weekend, it won't be like so much of a dead time. So yeah, but the historic, post Thanksgiving being historically bad, historically bad. I'm gonna have to label that as a con. Another con for this movie is the same con I had for Godzilla minus one, longevity. I don't think this movie's gonna have anything. I know the Taylor Swift Eras tour didn't really have much longevity. That movie was fairly front loaded. And the thing is, this has the same release cycle as Eras tour, where this movie's only gonna play on weekends, and that's it. There's no weekdays, just weekends. Although for Taylor Swift that included Thursdays, but for this it's just weekends. I think plus Thursday. So yeah, and because Beyonce has a very rabid fan base, all those fans are gonna show up day one, and then it's just gonna die off real fast afterwards. Although, Eras Tour's opening weekend was surprisingly less front loaded than I would have expected. So maybe Renaissance could avoid that, but I don't know. It's not looking likely. Um so yeah, longevity is gonna be a problem. So that's a con. And I think that's it. So opening weekend, this is expected to hit the 20s, which I think is realistic judging by its Thursday preview numbers. I'm not expecting it to go like 30, 40 million. I don't want to go that high. I'm going to say I don't know. This movie is very unpredictable. Like these concert movies are very unpredictable. I mean, it was hard to predict the Eras tour. Um so oh, you know what? 20 to 30 million. Let's have a very wide range with that. 20 to 30 million opening weekend, and its total will reach like 40 to 60 million. Let's go with that. And then that'll be it. So yeah, that was Renaissance. Two more movies to talk about: The Shift and Silent Night, and then we're done for the weekend. Woohoo. So stay tuned for those. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. Want to check out more videos like this? I got playlists on the homepage, all previous prediction videos I made this year. You want to watch any of the ones I've done this year? You want to watch my prediction video for the Taylor Swift Eras Tour concert movie? You want to watch that? Go right ahead, or any others? Go right ahead. There's also the canceled series where I go over all the movies that were supposed to come out but didn't. I covered Renaissance once, and that's when it was announced. That was episode 209. I talked about it alongside Paw Patrol 3 or Paw Patrol the movie, whatever it will be called. So, yeah, that's when I talked about it, and I've only made 219 episodes of canceled, so there's plenty of episodes to choose from. So if you want to watch any of them from beginning to now, I highly encourage you to do that. So go do it. There's also box office box office recaps where I go over all the box office results for any particular month. November recap will come out next week. November was not a fun month. It was a very ugly month, and I can't wait to discuss it. So stay tuned for that. But if you want to watch any of the past recap videos I made on the channel, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.